This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a college professor from Maryland is digging through our local history with his team at Eckley Miners Village. Hear the full story next. Happy New Week. I'm Ken Kara, hoping your new week started off great, and thank you for spending part of it with us. On to our headlines now from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The Eckley Miners Village is known for preserving the rich history of the coal mining era, but did you know that efforts are currently underway to literally dig up some new ties to the past? FYI intern Llewellyn Dreyfus has our story.
When one thinks of history and historical sites, thoughts may go to Philadelphia or Gettysburg, but not many, if at all, give credit for the vastly rich historical site that is the Hazleton area. Paul Shackle, a professor at the University of Maryland, is working with the Eckley Miners Village for the second year in a row to study the roots of the coal industry itself. Digging in an area of the town that has been long forgotten, Back Street, he believes this area has an extremely interesting history.
So the archaeology, I think, is very rich. It's very important. We are telling the story of a people who have been forgotten mostly by the historical records. So this area where we're excavating is where the new immigrants came. We think that the Irish were probably settled in this area first, in the place where we're excavating. And then the census data that we have from the early 20th century, we have people from Eastern Europe coming here and living in these places. So the story is about the immigrants coming in the mid to late 19th century and the early 20th century. And so we have this really powerful story, I think, developing about how people lived and how the poorest people, who are the newest immigrants, lived within the community.
But this is not the only person who believes in the benefit of the archaeological dig this summer. Bodie Morin, the historic site administrator at the Miners Village, believes that the dig will give more information about undocumented local history.
But we're happy to have them out here from the standpoint of the museum because it gives us a way to connect with the people that lived here that we don't really have through the written record. A lot of the people that came here in the 19th century were immigrants. They came from places of hardship or places of poverty, and they didn't have a lot with them, and they didn't leave a lot as far as a written record goes. We have some statistics, we have census records and things like that, but we don't really know much about the people at a personal level. And archaeology like this lets us really connect by looking at the things that they left behind or the things that they lost. So their pots, their pans, some of their utensils, their smoking pipes and things like that. So it's really important for us at Eckley to have excavations like this so we can get a better understanding of the quality of life and the ways that people lived in the 19th and early 20th centuries.
Both the archaeological dig itself and the lab are open to the public. Eckley Miners Village is open from 9 to 5 on weekdays and from noon to 5 on Sundays. The dig will also be available during Patchtown Days on the 25th and the 26th of June. Now, the archaeological dig is going to continue here until July 8th. Visitors and locals are encouraged to take a stop by and take back a piece of history that can be located right at home. Reporting for FYI, I'm Llewellyn Dreyfus.
Thanks a lot, Lou, for that story. Residents of the Hazleton area showed their support for Orlando, Florida, and those who lost their lives in a mass shooting at a nightclub there on June 12th. A vigil was held on Saturday night at the Center City Park in Hazleton. Candles were lit and signs were made, and the message was clear. Our community is behind them. Our nation is behind them. Those are the words of Jocelyn Sturenchuk. She's the executive director of Hazleton Power, the group that organized the event. Juan Frankie called the massacre a huge loss for the LGBT community, adding that it was done to instill fear in people, but he also says the LGBT community is now stronger and points out that events like this vigil, are helping everyone come together against violence. Amanda Christman has a full story on the vigil at standardspeaker.com, and we have a link to her article on our Facebook page. On Friday night, the Greater Hazleton area turned out to support a special event to benefit the Hazleton Police Department. The nonprofit organization We Are Hazleton hosted its third fundraiser to help raise some much-needed money for the HPD. Friday's event was a barbecue at Casat's Cafe in Hazleton, and it featured a brand new set of wheels paid for by the group's fundraising efforts.
There's such a need. I know it, I see it, and I see that there's times when we all have to step up as a community to support our police. It's not just about financially, but it's about morale. That they know when they go out on those streets that our community is behind them 100%. Their wives, their children, and that we respect them. We are dedicated to them, to serving them, and what a better way to bring out the community together, give a couple bucks, see the faces of Hazleton, and at the same time do such great things like the police car behind us today.
Let's talk about that police car behind us. The new police car for the Hazleton Police Department made possible by your organization, We Are Hazleton.
I'm so proud and honored. We listened to the cries of the police. We listened to what they needed. The chief told us, and we stepped up and we got enough money together because of so many people in this town who realize that sometimes government can't fix everything. And sometimes you can't rely on them to do it all. Sometimes you have to step up as an individual and say, how can't we together do something maybe just a little different? And that's what we did. We got together, we created this organization, we said, give your money exactly to where the police need it. Instead of dealing with bureaucracy, instead of dealing with red tape, instead of dealing with backdoor politics, make it pure, make it clean, and give them what they need.
I just want to thank everybody that's been part of it for the last 6 months. You know, our town has come together, and it shows there's a positive, a lot of positive things going on, and it's great to see that.
You know, police work's such a thankless job at times. You know, it's so expected what we do because we're public servants. And to have the community come out and say thank you, all I could say is this. This is a group of individuals that does so much for us and asks for so little. All I can say is thank you.
What has it made possible? We see this vehicle right next to you. What has their efforts done for the Hazleton Police Department?
Well, you have to realize that this motivates the men and women of the Hazleton Police Department. This gives us a new image. This gives the public a sense of security, seeing new cars that are black and white, a different image of the department, you know, that omnipresence of police. That's all positive stuff that really helps drive crime down. That's what this is really all about. And, you know, to have an organization that come together to support the police department is just, I've never seen it. I've never seen something like this. You know, it's just amazing. I'm just humbled, I'm honored, and it's truly a tribute to the people of Hazleton that came together to help us. And we are so honored to take part in it.
Thank you, Lisa Sugart and our intern Daniela Castillo for that report. What was a great weekend for a cold beer, and what's the best way to have it delivered to you? Well, this way. The Budweiser Clydesdale horses were in West Hazleton on Friday, and people of all ages came out to see the breathtaking animals. The Clydesdales made several stops to local bars to make special deliveries. We caught up with them at Bottlenecks.
I actually drove an hour here from Scranton, PA, where I'm from. And I came here to see the Clydesdales and go Budweiser.
So
I need a beer.
So you're more here for the horses or for the Budweiser?
No, I'm here for the horses, for the kids. I took pictures with the kids like that. They know what the horses are all about.
That was our Daniela Castillo right there. The event was organized by Resort Beverage of Tannersville. The Clydesdales weren't the only cool animals in town. Barley is a one-year-old Dalmatian owned by Anheuser-Busch. He also made a visit. Today is the official start of summer, but the borough of Tamaqua held its annual Summerfest celebration yesterday. Vendors lined the streets of the borough, and crowds of people came out to enjoy a variety of events that ranged from horse and carriage rides to train rides, a car show, entertainment, homemade foods, and more. And for the first time, the public was allowed to browse the newly renovated Tamaqua Area Historical Museum. The weather cooperated, and many came out to spend Father's Day in Tamaqua. It was the perfect event for dads on their special day, the annual Father's Day in the Park car show at Community Park in Hazel Township. Hundreds of people came from near and far to see the more than 100 cars on display. The event also featured various food vendors for everyone to enjoy. Yesterday's card show was made possible by John Moomey Sr. and Jr., who wanted to keep the Father's Day tradition alive. They had participated in the former Hazel Park Car Club's car show that took place for 27 years. After learning that it wasn't being held this year, the father and son decided to host their own car show, which they hope will be the first of many on Father's Day in Hazel Township. Up next, our local summer weather forecast and your midday winning lottery numbers. Later, I have more college signings to tell you about in sports, and Ron Marchetti had LeBron James and Michael Jordan props today. We'll see what he cooked up in Trivia Treats.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
High-intensity interval training is back at Core Fitness in Hazelton. Check out the new 8-week program of HIIT Boot Camp Steph Style. Classes are Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. The camp got underway today. The cost is $165. Email hitstephstyle@gmail.com, or you can call 570-582-5874 for more information, or stop in at Core Fitness, 711 West Broad Street in Hazelton.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
We're currently under a hazardous weather outlook from the National Weather Service because we may see storms with heavy winds this evening. Here's our full forecast from the National Weather Service on the first full day of summer. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms after midnight, 50% chance of precipitation, increasing clouds, low of 63 degrees. On Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high in the upper 70s. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 58 degrees. Wednesday is mostly sunny with a high of 78. At night, we'll have a 20% chance of showers, partly cloudy, low of 57. On Thursday, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but a partly sunny day, high of 72 degrees. At night, we're in the mid-50s under mostly cloudy skies. Friday, mostly sunny with a high in the mid-70s, and then Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 58 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
You're looking at Monday's winning midday Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 245, pick 3 295, pick 4 8623, and pick 5 30140. After this message from McCann School of Business and Technology, we'll take a break and come back with the Monday Sportscast featuring Ron Marchetti.
If you're looking for a new career or you're graduating from high school and looking to head to school, McCann School of Business and Technology has the answer. And here to tell us about the variety of programs that are available at McCann's is Mike Mazaleski. He's the Director of Admissions, so you know everything about McCann's.
I know most about McCann. I try to know as much as I possibly can. But yes, we do have a variety of different programs ranging from medical to legal, to business. We also have the trades programs as well, and we do have some information technology programs. All of our programs are associate degree programs. They run anywhere from 18 to 24 months. We offer day and evening classes for our students. So it's a great opportunity for somebody that has an interest in learning more about the school to come in for a career planning session. You can call the school at 570-579-2915 and ask to speak with an admissions representative, and then we can arrange a time and a date to get together to explain the programs, to answer all of your questions, to tell you a little bit more about the tuition and what types of financial packages are out there for our students.
Wow, so you'll help us get started and answer all of our questions. And I know you said it's very important for students that come forward to find out if the programs that they're taking are accredited, and they are at McCann's.
Absolutely. We are fully accredited. We're accredited through ACICS, which is the Accrediting Council for Independent Colleges and Schools. So basically what that means for students that are applying at McCann is that they can apply for federal financial aid, and they also are earning college credits when taking classes here at our school.
Now, if someone in our viewing audience is sitting there thinking, well, I think I may want to, either change careers or I might want to go to school, but I'm not sure, can they come in even if they don't have a game plan or an idea of what they want to do?
Absolutely. We actually say every day is an open house at McCann. We do have admissions office hours Monday through Thursday, anywhere from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. And on Fridays, we're in the office between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.
So that's great. It's easy. It's a phone call away. All they have to do is give you a call or stop by, and you'll get them on the road, get them started, help guide them along the path to something that will be interesting and rewarding for them.
Absolutely. That's our role at McCann. We want to make this transition as easy as we possibly can for the student.
All right. Well, there you have it. If you are looking to go to school, you're looking to change careers, Mike will have the answer for you. Just stop by and see him, one of the wonderful admissions representatives that are there as well. They'll be more than happy to help you out, give you a tour, and let you see what exactly is happening, and hopefully find the perfect career for you.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
LeBron James asked to be on the show today, but I said, King. Mondays belong to Ron Marchetti. Ronnie has trivia treats already, but first, more college signing information. This is MMI Prep's Carolyn Sitch. She's off to Immaculata University to run cross country and track and field. Congratulations to her and her family. What a year for Nick Kibishin. The Marion Colts won a Schuylkill League title in baseball and a district title, and next year he'll be playing for King's College. Dominic Mussolini had a phenomenal track and field career at Marion, and he's going to keep running at LaSalle University. We talked with him during track and field week on FYI this year. Tamaulipa's Alexis Baddock is off to Misericordia University to run track and field, and she wants to go into medical imaging. Along with being an important part of the track and field team at Tamaulipa, she also played basketball and volleyball. Another Tamaulipa track and field athlete will be competing in college. Cullen Murphy is going to Gwynedd Mercy University. He's also interested in the medical field and wants to study respiratory care. A standout in pole vault, he also played basketball for the Blue Raiders. Quickly, some Father's Day baseball scores on the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. The Cubs won big over the Pirates, and the Rail Riders blanked the Gwinnett Braves. Ron Marchetti never gets shut out. Here's the king of local sports with trivia treats.
LeBron James in high school. The day after Father's Day, happy anniversary to Kelly and Randy Marchetti on their first anniversary today. And happy birthdays to Dan and Lucy Fornataro on their 92nd and 93rd. Hi, everybody. And what a game last night. Hail to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who overcame a 3-1 deficit to win their first NBA championship and Cleveland's first in any sport since 1964. We'll have more on about that on Friday, but this is Trivia Treats. 25 years ago, the Chicago Bulls defeated the LA Lakers by 7 to capture the NBA championship in 5 games. Series MVP Michael Jordan scored 30 points and Scottie Pippen 32. It was the Bulls' first ever NBA title in their 25th anniversary season in the league. 20 years ago, in 1986, on Father's Day, Michael Jordan again led the Bulls past the Seattle Supersonics for Chicago's 4th title in 6 years, turning to golf. Why not? Yesterday, Dustin Johnson won the U.S. Open. 50 years ago, in 1966, at the U.S. Open, Arnold Palmer lost the 7-stroke lead with 9 strokes to play to Billy Casper, forcing an 18-hole playoff the following day, which Casper would win to the dismay of Arnie's Army. Palmer would never win another major. Staying with the U.S. Open, Scott Simpson lost a 2-stroke lead in the final 3 holes of the 1991 U.S. Open. Payne Stewart would go on to win the playoff 25 years ago today. Now let's test all you golfers and golfing fans out there. In 1986, exactly 30 years ago, 46-year-old Jack Nicklaus became the oldest to win the Masters. Could you name the golfer who became the oldest to win the U.S. Open that same year? Come on. Answer, 43-year-old Ray Floyd. Wow, how many of you said that? Mother of God, great answer. But that's wrong. Hill Irwin took the title from Floyd as the oldest U.S. Open champion ever in 1990 at age 45. Finally, on this day in 1986, 30 years ago, 22-year-old Maryland All-American forward Lynn Bias was selected by the defending NBA champion Boston Celtics as the second overall pick in the '86 draft. 2 days later, Bias would die from cardiac arrest induced by a cocaine overdose. He is still considered by some sports writers to be one of the greatest players not to play at that professional level. Till Friday, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, will be having a pierogi and halishki sale Friday, June 24th from 10 a.m. to 5:30. Please call ahead to secure your order, 570-929-2179. Our next announcement, the Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton will be hosting a Cancer Survivor Celebration Wednesday, June 22nd. Join them from 5 to 8 p.m. for a picnic, music, face painting, tricky trays, raffles, and more. The center is located at 1701 East Broad Street, and for more info, please call 570-459-3460. And finally, the Eckley Miners Village will be holding Patchtown Days June 25th and 26th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Admission for adults is $10, seniors $9, and $6 for children. The festival will feature food, music, educational programming, in addition to opening the preserved and interpreted miners' homes and buildings. For info, just call 570-636-2070. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Laurie K. Barrett of Hazel Township. All services will be held privately and at the convenience of the family and under the direction of the Harmon Funeral Home. Barbara A. McHugh of McAdoo. Funeral is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. And Irma Yasher, formerly of Tresco. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. in the Church of All Saints. No public calling hours will be held. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Eric Seeley of Hazleton. Eric, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
And finally, a group called Pilots in Paws gives new meaning to the friendly skies. A Wapwallopen pilot is a member of the group that flies to the southern United States to rescue dogs from kill shelters. Richard Nardone told the Standard Speaker that some states have few neutering and spaying laws, and many dogs end up at the shelters. So his group will fly in and bring the pooches to happy foster or forever homes. To learn more and to donate to the group, go to pilotsandpaws.org. That's it for us on this Monday. Tomorrow we have a feature story with Hazleton area silver medal javelin thrower Kayla Merkel. So get ready for that and more on FYI. We'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.